He says, I myself am troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour, but for this reason I came to this hour. Okay, so again, we're looking for ourselves in this. Okay, is this describing just Yeshua and also his servants, but is it referring to us today? So we're saying here, he says, I myself am troubled, what shall I say? Father, save me from this? We're told in the previous verses, you could take this out of context and miss it. This is about following him, about putting certain things to death in your world, in your existence, being willing to lay things down, and then are you going to turn around and say, Father, save me from this hour? Hour meaning, this is the moment you gave me where I'm going to be challenged to say, are you serious or not? Are you playing games or are you serious? Are you willing to lay something down or are you going to be holding on to your life? Oh, but you don't understand. You start making all those excuses and start whining and stuff, well, then you're not ready. Because he just said there, says, what am I supposed to do? Say, Father, save me from this hour? Because that's what you do. You get to finally those push comes to shove moments and you want to pray for him to get and intervene. No. Get through it. Show that you are submitted. Show that you are getting the whole process. Show that you are willing to lay down, that you're willing to suffer, willing to lay down the stuff that was of this world, your life in this world. He says, but for this reason I came to this hour. Same thing for you. You can say the same thing. You should say, I'm troubled. Anybody been troubled? And so what are you going to say when you're troubled? Father, save me from this hour? Or say, Father, what am I supposed to do now? If I'm supposed to suffer, that's fine. Whatever you need me to do, I need to learn from this. That's not to say never ask for help, but he's saying, save me from this hour, meaning deliver me so I don't have to go through it. Let's be careful we're not reading this wrong. Yeshua fully knows that he will be delivered through the whole thing eventually, that he will be resurrected and sit at the right hand. But he's saying here is, what should I say? Deliver me so I don't have to go through this? That's what he's talking about. See, don't we do that though at times? Oh, Father, we're all crying and we're all upset. Father, I don't want to go through this. But wait a minute, maybe it's for this hour that you were here. To be able to show him your submission, your faith, your strength of belief, your trust. So say, Father, I know you're going to deliver me ultimately from this. Give me the strength to be up to the challenge of this hour. Give me the strength to not, fail in this moment of trust, faith, testing. It's different. Father, show me the path that I'm supposed to go to eventually come out of this, because a way will be provided to escape as has been promised. But escape doesn't mean that you will avoid. See, we want to avoid the whole thing. We see it coming, we see the storm coming, and we're like, wow, that doesn't look good. I want to avoid that. And sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's because it's the hour. Remember the baptism of fire teaching. This may be one of your baptism of fire moments. Those of you who are watching who have never heard any of those teachings, we talked about in baptism of fire that Yeshua and Yochanan the Immerser were talking about that there are three. There's a baptism of water, there's a baptism of spirit, and baptism of fire. And it's not what the charismatics have told you. The baptism of water is a cleansing and washing to give you a clean start. The baptism of spirit is to fill you with understanding and wisdom and knowledge so that you know what to do and not do. And the baptism of fire is the challenge and the test to see if you learned anything through the first two steps. Then you go back through the water again and you start all over again when you realize that you've only come so far and there's more to go. Of course, hopefully you embrace the fact that you did come so far, but not all the way. And then you go through the water again. And then you get more of the Ruach, the Spirit again. And then guess what? You get another pop quiz. Another test to see where you're at. But when you get those pop quizzes, you're going to say, Father, save me from this hour. Or you're going to recognize that it was for this hour that you came to be. This is the moments that you are looking forward to. Father, let me show you how far I've come. To embrace those moments.